Hi folks, I'm just making a short video here. I'm delighted to announce, of course, that we're going back to the Grand Hall on Sunday the 23rd of August, and we want to tie in with some of the government guidelines and legislation that's going in the Grand Hall guidelines as well. And so I'm just going to give you a little update how we can come back in the safest and most comfortable manner for everyone involved. And so I'll ask you first of all, could you please come to the Pillared Hall? So that's when you go in the Grand Hall. It's not upstairs where we used to be. We're now downstairs on the left hand side, Pillared Hall, and it's at our old time of 11:30 a.m. So please come in plenty of time. It'll get you time to get your hands sanitised, to sign your name in, to get seated, all of the things that we're going to speak about just now. Just come in plenty of time. Each person on arrival, you will be given a pen for signing your name. You'll be able to keep that pen, bring it back with you the next week, and you'll be asked to give your name and contact number. That's for the track and trace scheme. We keep those numbers safe unless there's any outbreak of coronavirus, of course, and then we hand them over to the Grand Hall at that point in time. You'll be waiting at the door, socially distanced 2 metres apart from each other, and we'll take you to your seat person by person or group by group, depending on how you come. And once you're seated in your seat, we ask you not to move about unless there's a real serious reason to move around. If you're showing any symptoms at all of COVID-19, I ask you please not to come until those symptoms have subsided in accordance with government guidelines at the moment. As I mentioned, there will be a 2 metre social distancing. If it's people within your own family or within your own bubble, then you can be seated together with your family members and your people within your own bubble as well. Masks. It was introduced last Friday, I think it was, that within churches in Scotland, masks have to be worn for the duration of the service as well. And so that's Grand Hall legislation and also government legislation. So wear your mask, bring your mask with you as well. If you forget one, we'll have one there for you, but try and bring your mask even for coming in the door as well. Seats will be cleaned before we come in and after we leave by the staff, but we'll also supply you with a couple of wipes so you can clean down the seats, which will bring you peace of mind for yourself, the seat you're going to be sitting on. And just for, I think it's a good thing that as Christians that we wipe down those seats as well to save any chance of the germs spreading for the next person who's coming in and cleaning after us. So you'll be given a few wipes as well. We also ask you please don't move the seats. They are measured out in distance apart to get the maximum number of people in that hall. Once the service is finished, and it's going to be a shortened service, we're going to speak about that in a moment too, you'll be released section by section, so just remain in your seat. You'll be released section by section, and then you just go please straight out the door. Of course, once you're in the open air, then you can chat to your friends for as long as you want. Obviously keep all the guidelines that's in current legislation in hand as well, but once you're outside, we want you just to go straight out if you would oblige us and do that, please. There will be an in and an out exit, a double door you can come in through, double door that you can exit through as well, and those will be clearly marked. As I mentioned, the service time will be shorter than usual because we're aware people are wearing masks. There's also things to do with singing and that as well. There will be no singing during the service, as government regulation is not allowing for that to happen at the moment. In Grand Hall, nobody in the Grand Hall, whether it be the orchestra or the pantomime people or any of those people, nobody's singing in the Grand Hall. So it's not only for churches, but it's for anyone in that building at the moment. We will, however, be reading hymns. We will, however, read psalms, play instrumental music. For example, during the breaking of bread, you can sit there quietly and meditate and contemplate. You can enter into worship by raising your hands or whatever, and but we do ask you to please strictly adhere to the no singing regulation until further notice. As I mentioned, please exit the building just immediately after. Toilets will be open during the duration of the service, but we ask you not to go unless you need to go. But of course, if you need to go, you need to go, but maintain social distancing at all times. We are having communion service now. For a number of years, we have used a sealed communion cup, which is bread and wine, and they're both sealed, so there's no tampering with them. They'll be there on entry, and you can pick one up as you enter. We ask when you leave, please either take it with you and put it in the bin as you leave, or take it home with you and dispose of it safely. Make sure there's nothing left at your seats, and that saves anyone else having to go around the seats either as well. There'll be no food or beverages consumed until further notice as well. Church offering and tithes will be collected during the course of the service. A bag with an extended handle will be used, and the person collecting will be wearing a face mask and also surgical gloves as well. So please just drop your offering into the bag. Don't touch the bag, just drop it straight into the bag. That would be great as well. There's no Sunday school until further notice. I don't think it'll be too long, hopefully, before we're up and running, but we just want to get the one service up and running well. Other services will be online throughout the week too, but at the moment we're focusing on getting the Sunday service and doing it to the best of our ability. You are, of course, welcome to bring children along in the shortened service, and they can sit beside you, no running around, of course. They'll be given a free activity book, and colouring pencils will be provided for them. We also hope